Today's story is brought to you by the number 1, as in that's how many times every player in this duel actually had a turn today. Oh god, they're just gonna start talking, aren't they?
Funny.
Summon the god of friendship, all my fellow future outlaws, as this is Card Game vs. Humanity, and I am that NAKK. Starting your year off with that recap that you know your life would feel weird without now. We still got about 150 episodes to go. Jesus Christ. So as per usual, don't forget that sub, that bell, that like, that comment. Hit up the Patreon if you want to support me. And leave a comment telling me if, like me, you're generally wondering if Kaiba forgot that anything other than the battle phase exists at this point. The battle phase, the most important phase, of course, is exactly what Loomis has been sitting in for the past 10 minutes trying to decide who to attack. Considering he could just win Yugi's God card right here, right now if he attacked him, I'd probably go with that bet. I don't know about you. Umbra finally decides that now they're teammates again, saying that leaving Kaiba's blue eyes unattended would be a terrible move. And honestly, I'm just wondering if Yugi dies, would it just automatically go back to Loomis's turn? Or would it just be Kaiba's turn? I'm genuinely curious.
Wondering whether you'd have the guts to challenge my Blue Eyes White Dragon, and now I know.
I always wondered if you were a coward, too scared to attack me and my blue eyes, too scared of my huge fucking nose. Now I know. Loomis finally decides to attack the blue eyes, taking the bait laid by Seto Kaiba, who manages to go from Zen mode to destroy them now mode within about a few seconds. Yugi loses 1,000 more life points as it switches to his turn, but he doesn't seem to care as he says this duel is just about over anyway. As a man who's lived as a god for many generations, he's learned that you don't always need a sacrifice to have a good time. Summoning Gamma the Magic Warrior, as Yugi's the only man who knows how magnets actually work. He combines all 3 of them into the mighty Valkyrie and the Magna Warrior.
I've been patient long enough. Stop stalling and attack them!
Yes, I've been patient long enough, Yugi. You just summoned that monster 15 seconds ago and then I started talking shit to Loomis, but my god, I've been waiting long enough. Holy crap. Yugi tries to monologue to himself and wonders why they don't seem nervous at all, despite the fact that they don't seem to have any trap cards on the field for once.
Listen, Umbra, don't seem nervous at all.
Do it, Yugi! Destroy their monster now!
Man, it's kind of weird that Umbra and Loomis aren't nervous.
Do it now, attack!
Man, it's kind of weird that Umbra...
I've waited long enough, attack!
That Umbra...
Now, attack!
Let me get to it! Kaiba's bitching and monologuing goes on for so long that it's actually been about 5 minutes since Yugi summoned Valkyrian now, admitting to himself that as much as he hates relying on others, he will do what he has to save his little brother.
Yugi, we can win. Right.
What the hell was the point of all that back and forth if you're just going to go into attacking anyways? It was all inner dialogue. They didn't communicate anything. Valkyrian successfully destroys the Mass Beast Guardian, unleashing its hidden ability upon its destruction. Leaving the Mask of Remnants in its wake, it quickly takes control of Yugi's Valkyrian and puts it on his side of the field. It also brings me to realize, like, holy crap, all these high-powered monsters just kind of go back and forth really quickly, don't they? For some reason, the Rare Hunters are back to buddy-buddy mode. As Umbra takes his turn to activate another lovely fate card called Masquerade. A card that apparently allows him to control his friend's monster with no cost or explanation, because sure, why not? Taking a page out of Kaiba's book, he attacks Yugi immediately, but unfortunately Yugi decided that now is his one time to use his allotted cheat per duel. Activating Defusion and splitting up a normal effect monster that gets summoned to the field by tributing 3 of its lesser components without polymerization. Don't ask questions about rulings or whether or not it's Umbra or Loomis' monster still for the end of the turn, or why the battle phase didn't just reset and he could have just attacked with all 3 monsters for game anyways.
Are you shocked?
Well, yeah, I mean, no one explained why he still controls all 3 monsters without the Mask of Remnants, or why your card worked on a non-fusion monster, so... yeah. After what seems and what actually is about 10 minutes, it's finally Kaiba's first turn in this duel as he tells the Rare Hunters to welcome his Egyptian God card. Even with the Mask of Restrict on the field, he can sacrifice his opponent's monsters still, if only it worked like that. But if he used Soul Exchange, he can take all 3 monsters at the same time and tribute them for Obelisk, if only it worked like that. And when Obelisk is summoned to the field, it creates a giant tornado that destroys everything around it, if only it worked like that. Anyone gonna tell me why Obelisk attack and defense were going up to 4850 for no reason?
Do it now, attack!
That's not an answer, bitch. Just because everyone loves a soul exchange that doesn't take away your battle phase, Kaiba doesn't hesitate at all to lay waste to Umbra with the mighty fist of Obelisk. Oh shit, his life points have dropped to 0 and he's gonna fall through the glass ceiling and into the Shadow Realm. Oh wait, never mind, he has a parachute inside his robe because that's structurally acceptable. Good to know you can just fly down and land on a pole that can save you from going into a magical dimension that I'm pretty sure was supposed to send you there immediately. Yugi says to Loomis that in a 2-on-1 battle he'll stand basically no chance and demands that he surrender, bringing the NBA player to his knees. Kaiba on the other hand doesn't care if it takes another 3 turns to get to his turn. He must attack, he must destroy them. Without any warning or any frickin' surprise at this point, Merrick takes over the body of the Rare Hunter that just lost to Yugi. A concept never seen before and an omen to the fact that we're gonna spend the last 7 minutes of this episode just talking.
This rare hunter's gone mad!
Is under the control of a man named Merrick.
That is ridiculous, Yugi.
No, unfortunately, that's just pretty much the standard right now. I can't even make fun of him for really not knowing better. Because at this point, I'm pretty sure even Yugi's sick of talking after every duel and just wants to get to the end of the season. Merrick is a classic 007 villain, so he does his best to explain the entirety of his plans to both of our heroes, sparing no detail, claiming that Kaiba's obelisk is no match for his winged dragon of Ra. But he's taken over the minds of Yugi's friends, and he doesn't want Yugi to talk, he just wants him to die. Yugi calls him a coward and says, why don't you just show up and end this season already? If only he knew of a certain green-haired interruption that's just not gonna let that happen anytime soon. Kaiba is done hearing enough of this BS, walking over to Loomis to pick him up with one arm for what I can only assume is a devastating chokeslam.
You trust me? What a fool!
I think the lady at the DMV said the same thing to me once. Unfortunately for our heroes, this line called Loomis has been disconnected. Please hang up and try again. But also don't forget to be a selfish prick and take their locator cards first. You earned it by being forced into this by criminals. They both have 6 locator cards now and can enter the finals, as if Kaiba wasn't going to make that a mandatory thing to begin with. All of a sudden, a goddamn helicopter comes out of nowhere and oh wait, is that Mokuba? And he managed to save himself and escape all in the span of 1 episode? Also, who the hell's flying that thing? Mokuba reassures that while Taya did fall on her fine ass a few times today, she's otherwise okay, surrounded by gangbangers.
Get in the chopper now.
Arnold? Hey look, it's Tristan at the train station and he's really hungry and wants to buy one of everything. Serenity's really scared about her eye operation still though, and I honestly just don't care at this point anymore. The episode ends with Seto Kaiba being mad at his brother because even though he saved himself and brought them a personal helicopter, he forgot the snacks. And you never forget the snack. That's it for this episode. I want to thank you all for watching, and of course a shout out to all my patrons. If you find yourself filling with a sense of horror and dread, a sense of deep malice that you just can't get over, a sense of a flashback episode coming up soon, yeah, it's coming. This has been the Man for Worth with all the girth, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're ready for a recap of a recap on Wednesday. I'm not even sure how I'm going to do that. Later. Leaving the mask of random... Summoning Gamma, the magic warrior, as Yugi's the only man who knows of magic. Oh shit, his life points have dropped to 0 and he's going to fall through the glass ceiling and... Hey, look, it's true.